A $15,000 reward has been offered for information in the search for a missing Tennessee man lost on a hunting trip in the Alaskan wilderness. 10 days ago, a group of officials in Alaska called off the search for Steve Keel of Dover. He went missing August 27th. Multiple crews have tried to find him. When weather conditions turned, and ever since, his wife Liz has been holding out hope. Today, Liz is here with us, hoping to bring attention to her husband's case and to motivate crews to not give up looking for her beloved husband. We are so happy and honored to have you here.
Thank
we
you.
really are. I mean, we're all rooting for you, and we see the t-shirts and the community efforts still remain strong.
Yes. We have a lot going on in Dover, and we're hoping that it's going to spread back up to Alaska. I've had so many people contact me that want to go in and search for him, that have ideas of groups that can go in and search for him. So we're keeping the faith and keeping strong.
What's holding them back from just jumping in and doing that?
I think it's more of a transition phase, and we have had a little bit of opposition from the police station there.
Okay.
Our Slope Borough has really kind of held back some resources and been wonderful in others, but some of the important resources, they don't seem to be very forthcoming. So we're really trying hard to convince them to get back out there with those resources.
Has there been any sign of him, any contact with his phone, with credit cards?
Well, it's interesting you should ask, because we have been asking from day one for AT&T to give us the last ping on his phone, because we know that there was some cell phone signal in certain areas of where they were camping. They finally, after a long delay, gave us his last ping, which was August 20th, but we feel very strongly. I have a picture of Steve with his phone out, looking at his phone, and I believe he's looking at pictures that they took out in their hunt area, so he wouldn't have a signal there. But we feel very strongly that other places that he walked, he could have had a ping on his phone. We've also been begging Apple to get into his phone and give us his last GPS coordinates, because we know that his phone was turned on at certain times.
And that's so heavily protected by Apple. That's probably the reason they're giving you.
Yes, but they wouldn't even give it to me after I got into his account.
So Liz, what do you believe is really going on?
You know, it's so hard to say. It's such a mystery. He was traveling 7/10 of a mile to pick up a backpack that had his meat in it and come back to their campsite. And my understanding was that they were leaving that day. They were packing out and leaving, going back to Fairbanks. And from the campsite to where that backpack was stored, he just absolutely vanished. And there's no trace. My sons went up, 2 of our sons went up first and searched for him in that whole area and marked the place where the backpack was originally very well with Mylar, so that anybody from the helicopter could see it and fan out from there. And then the second team of men from Dover that went up, they searched there and well beyond, just as far as they could, but they didn't find a piece of clothing. They didn't find, not a trace.
This is so bizarre. You know, Courtney, our reporter who has talked to you a couple of times, I was just telling this to Liz. She said,
Sweet Courtney.
I always saw, like, she seemed so strong in all the interviews, and we're like, how are you holding it together? And Courtney said, oh, as soon as the cameras weren't rolling, you were losing it.
Yep.
I mean, this is your beloved husband, and
Yeah.
you've been without him for a while now.
Over a month.
Over a month.
It's been really tough.
Do you have an internal sense of whether he's still alive?
Well, I'm an eternal optimist, thank goodness. And I feel as if after being with each other for 40 years total, 38 married and 2 dating, that there's a piece of you, I think, that would know if they were gone. You know, maybe I just haven't accepted that yet, I don't know, but I just don't feel like he's gone. You know, my head will tell me certain things that are logical, but my heart will say other things otherwise, and my heart for him is still intact. I feel like he's coming home. Plus, as everyone knows, I have a very strong faith, and I believe that God has the final say, no matter what it looks like. He has the final say.
You know, as a woman of faith, I wanted to know what you felt are the lessons that you're learning through all of this, or what you've heard the Lord even speaking to you and teaching you through this journey.
That He promises to always be present in the worst of circumstances, and He's going to walk you through it day by day, hour by hour. Sometimes it's minute by minute.
I know you have a lot of friends who are holding you up too. Yeah.
I've never seen a community come together, and of course my family has been so strong. You know, my boys that live in different places, and the people in their lives have been so strong and encouraging us. And all of my friends here in Tennessee and our whole Stewart County community and places all over the country. I've even heard from Norway and Poland that people are, you know, praying and sending love and hugs and encouragement. I've just never seen anything like it. I'm so grateful. But I really do believe that that is God working to keep me going and keep me moving forward and determined.
Hands and feet of God right among you, right?
Absolutely.
And these angels are among you. We're going to put on our website all the different fundraisers that continue. If you're ordering food this weekend, luncheons on Saturday and Sunday, t-shirts for sale. I'm going to pull this out just because I want folks to see this is what Liz brought with us, because this is the last item from the campsite that his friends brought back that has your precious
The team from Dover brought it, and Chad Worrell brought it to me at the house and said I couldn't come home without bringing Steve's hat. And this was given to him by a friend of 48 years. They've been friends, and it's one of his favorites.
Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for bringing this.
For having
and
me.
If you want to support the GoFundMe or any of those efforts on behalf of the Keel family, just go to WSMV.com and we'll bring that to you. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.